So then the other question that came up was, what are some of my best strategies for training with the knife? The first one, probably the most important one, is that knife fighting is not child's play. I'll give you an example. Downward figure eight that we might do with the stick. Actually, let me just use the stick. So the downward figure eight pattern with the stick, right? Here at Unified Martial Art, we have the same. The stick is the training method for itself, for the blade, because so this is sword play also. But for us, blade doesn't mean just sword. Blade can mean dagger also. So downward figure eight with the stick, if I do that with a dagger, that's downward figure eight. You see in this small motion here, right? That's 2 cuts here. I don't know the medical stuff behind it, but I'm pretty sure that 2 cuts here is pretty lethal, and there's consequences to doing that stuff to people. So that's the first strategy. This is not child's play. The second strategy is train knife tapping and knife sparring, because knife sparring will give you control over distance. It's all about reflex, because you're going to train. We used to make a joke years ago that knife training teaches you to sharpen your skills, right? It's a way to hone your techniques, right? So knife tapping and knife sparring. Knife tapping is important because it gives you the ability to perform technique out of the flow, to perform stuff in motion rather than from a static position. So knife tapping definitely, and knife sparring because that gives you control over distance and timing. And there's another thing that I should address, because I did see someone talking about disarming the knife. We've always been taught, never seek the disarm, don't chase a disarm. If it's there, you take it, right? And when we do technique stuff, I'll show you the approach to that. But what he said was that there are 2 types of disarms. There's strip and release or eject, and strip and keep. That's actually, I have a difference of opinion when it comes to disarming. There are 3 types of disarming. There's disarming where you grab the weapon and you knock the hand off the weapon. So you got to be careful if you're using a blade with that. There's disarming where you grab the hand and you eject the weapon from the hand. And then the third one, which a lot of times people miss, is the direct hit. So when we go to technique in just a little bit, I'll show you the application of those 2 strategies.